Hey everyone, quick update on the New York garden for 2022. Today is May 10th, and due to the success that I had with the Ruth Stout method, I decided to give that a whack up here in New York. I pretty much did what she does, other than lying the cardboard down underneath. I know it's supposed to be there to prevent weed growth, but yeah, I'll pick the weeds out if they show up. So last year, this is where I rototilled and had the garden, and it didn't do half bad until the deer, rabbits, and everything else moved in. Then they kind of destroyed things, and it was pretty depressing. So this year, I built this fence around the garden. It's 16 by 24. 32, I'm sorry, 16 by 32. And hopefully I can have some productivity this year without the deer. It's unfortunately just 5 foot high. But if I have a problem with deer, I'm going to extend that height. So I used T-posts, and I had a bunch of this oak wood that was acquired from a local lumber mill as what they call scraps. So I built a framework out of that. Then I put up the, I think it's 2x4, this welded wire, field wire. And then I put chicken wire, 2 foot high, and 2 feet into, you can't really see it so well now because the grass is starting to grow through it, 2 feet out, and stapled it down with these 12-inch U-staples that I got on Amazon to keep things from digging under it. Last night it was 31 degrees. Tonight it's supposed to be 40. So I brought all the plants out that I so far have. I had the baby ducks in here for the last couple of weeks because I was able to keep a heat lamp out here and they had a lot of room to run around. And their manure is pretty good compost. So they just got moved out of here today. And I built this, whatever you want to call it. And I have 8 5-gallon buckets on it. A couple of pepper plants, different varieties of tomato, and some strawberries and more peppers. So this is going to stay out here. T-posts, and that's actually, the ducks did that because this is where their water was, and if a drop spilled, they drilled into the ground to get it. I don't understand, but they did. I have electric here in case something tries to climb up and over and in, like raccoons or possums or whatever. So they'll get a surprise. It's such a small run for the electric that they are going to, yeah, I don't want to kill them, but I don't want them in here either. So today, out of some of that scrap lumber, I built this, put some string around it, tied it together up top, tied it to the framework, and they're not really happy right now because they were just transplanted. But this is where I hope the beans and the peas, I'll have this enormous bush kind of thing growing here. This is a bunch of stuff that I grew from seed. There are sweet potato slips, there's tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, spaghetti squash, acorn squash, cucumbers. That is the peach tree that I grew from seed last year. This is a grape that doesn't really look so well that I brought with me from the PA house. I actually cut a piece off of this very healthy vine and was able to get it to grow. And some lettuce and kale and tomatoes and so on. In here, and the ducks got to it because I was unaware just how tall they had gotten. But in here I have 2 varieties of potato. So we'll see how they do. They're going to stay in there. But just a quick garden update. And we'll see how this turns out. It's been kind of nice for the last week and a half. I've got no weeds growing through the hay, and this is not straw, it's hay. A couple of the round bales that I bought for the horses were just trash, which kind of worked out in my favor because I laid down about 6 or 7 inches of hay in this garden. That thing is just temporary. That was where I had the heat lamp for the baby ducks. So that's going to be going away. But I thought I'd use it temporarily as a table for the upcoming plants. I had that tarp over the top to try to impede any owls or hawks that may be trying to get the baby ducks. But the garden is back to being a garden again. So yeah, we're trying to make do with what we've got, what I've got available, and we'll keep updating this as the season progresses. But just a quick update, let you guys know what's going on with my garden, if anyone cares. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Take care.